5 years and still talking. This is GabNet, the Great American Broadcast Network. Talk like you've never heard it before.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is the Ramble, and I am your host, Alex Bennett. We go until midnight tonight, and here we go. I'm sorry, I had trouble getting the show started tonight. Every night I fuck up. And I all of a sudden I get my audio from the internet, from somewhere else, and I don't know where it's coming from, and it drives me crazy. And then girlfriend and I had a fight before we went on tonight, and by the way, there she is, folks, right over there. She's right over there, folks. She's there.
She's there.
She decided to grace us with her presence tonight.
Yes. Which I like to do every once in a while, just to let you know that I'm still here.
Yeah.
I haven't left.
It's nice to know that she's still here, and we have the same old split screen. Yeah. Every night this week, I have tried to get this show on right, and every night I have fucked up.
It's called getting older.
And last night I didn't fuck up, but at the end of the show I fucked up. So tonight,
well, if you gotta fuck up, it's best to do it at the end.
Yeah. So I have.
So there.
What?
So there.
Yeah. Move the mic a little closer.
Closer? How's that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Good.
You don't have those little pieces of paper anymore. You do it on yours.
Yeah, I do. Only because I don't know if it's as bad over there, but over here the table rumbles slightly.
Does it?
Maybe not as much as it used to.
We have so much equipment there.
But from computers and things like that. So yeah. So.
I'm just here with the monitors.
Yeah, you're just there with the monitors.
With the monitors.
Yeah. Well, in a moment, did he already do his thing?
I wasn't looking.
Yeah.
Probably did it already.
Yeah, he's very fast.
He is.
Yeah. So I it was again, I fucked up terribly.
All right, those things happen.
But so my attitude is
let it go.
I'll just start it over again. I didn't rush. I just said, okay, I'll get it on eventually.
I didn't open my mouth. I just sat here.
Yeah, you just sat there. Anyway, so how are you doing?
Oh, hanging in there. I'm taking off tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's a mental health day.
A mental health day?
Mental health day.
Yeah. Now, can I complain about something?
What did I do now? Here it comes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Looking back of you.
I put it on backwards.
No, I don't care that you put it on backwards. That is a curtain. That is a what is it? A curtain?
A sheer.
A sheer that comes down.
So you just fold it over.
Well, I put it up the way it was so the air conditioning can come through.
So you just fold it over the loop. I'll lower it so you can just put the curtain over the loop.
What do you mean you'll lower it?
I'll lower the rod so you could just fold the fabric over the rod.
No, I don't want that. Just why don't you leave it the way I put it?
I washed them.
Where
I don't know where they were. You had it all wrinkled up.
No, I didn't have it wrinkled up. I had it very nicely on the shelf there.
What shelf?
On the shelf.
Anyway, we'll talk about this later.
See what happens if I turn on the air conditioning? Watch that.
Why are you turning on the air conditioning?
It's a little warm in here.
How about the fan?
Oh, you know something? Maybe that's the reason it's been warm in here. For some reason, that fan got turned off. I don't know why. So
it gets turned off because somebody picks up the remote and pushes off.
Maybe I did it one night when it was really cold in here or something.
We haven't had heat yet.
Huh?
We haven't had heat yet. And we have this nor'easter right now that's happening. Mm-hmm. So the winds are just flapping around.
Well, I never turn the heat on in the studio here.
And we never turn it on in the bedroom. It's so fucking hot in there.
No, but the heat we have on.
In the bedroom?
Yeah, the radiator, absolutely.
Radiator?
Oh yeah. Because we can always open the window to moderate it.
That's true. That's true. That's where the pussy would sit.
Yeah. What?
The pussy would sit up there in the radiator.
The pussy would sit up there?
Right.
Why, you sit up there?
Our pussy.
Oh, you're...
Our adopted princess.
The princess?
The princess.
She hasn't been around in a while.
No.
And it doesn't look like she's going to
As Natalia says, I gave her my cat, and they returned a diva.
What?
A diva. We gave back a diva.
I just had to turn the audio up here.
Uh-huh.
Everything I do is wrong now.
Well,
you know what it is? It's this fucking drug I'm taking. I just don't, everything's kind of a mystery to me now.
Well, maybe.
I go, is that the button I push for the right thing?
It's called making lists.
Yeah. Well,
I live on lists.
I've got to work this out so that
My office, I have like an ongoing list.
Really?
I do.
Yeah. And then there's something with my browser that I don't have anything open particularly. But
when did these get all puffy?
Huh? What?
Feel this.
What? They've always been puffy.
Yours are.
They've always been puffy.
Just this one chair.
They've always been puffy.
Huh.
But anyway, so I have my browser on, and somewhere the audio was coming through. Couldn't figure out where it was coming from.
It's like Earthlink. It's like Earthlink.
You have no idea. Well, now you've got a problem.
I've got a major problem.
Here's what happens. Apple is really lately fucking up with their updates and
okay,
shit
but
like
let me
that.
just preface it by saying my first email address ever was Earthlink.
Yeah.
So that's how far back it goes.
Okay, so you have not had this problem till you upgraded.
No, till the fixer of the upgrade.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Remember when Mini wasn't working?
Oh, that was for the watch.
Right, but the watch now, when I put the watch on, it says, give me your password for Earthlink. And on my phone.
Well, that I don't understand, because I went everywhere. Okay, I went everywhere to try and find where she might have had an Earthlink link.
Account.
And I found one on your
somewhere
computer,
and we got rid of it.
And so I got rid of it because you don't need it. That, and it had the NYCC address.
We got rid of that.
Got rid of that, and I figured that might do it.
It didn't.
No, somewhere it's the Apple ID that you're using.
But my ID is just okay Mills at
I know
me.com.
on everything else except the phone. And the phone, it keeps asking you for that and
password. It asks me before I even see Minnie.
Now, if I go online and I go to Earthlink and I go and look for your email or ask to be signed on with your email, it says there's no such account.
Huh.
So how do you have an account that it's asking for that doesn't exist?
And we're talking like way over 20 years, easily.
Yeah, but I mean, we've tried every password or whatever, but the fact is that email address doesn't exist, but that's the name they have for your Apple ID, but somewhere, not on your computer.
But way back when I started with Apple, I mean, that's what I was using. I guess I have to make an appointment at the Genius Bar.
Does it do the same thing at the Apple on the iPad?
No.
See, it should.
Why?
Because it's your Apple ID according to them.
No, it's never happened on that. Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah.
But I think some of the apps are old and I have to get rid of them.
Maybe it's an app somewhere there.
Yeah.
Now there, see, you solved the problem, and because I'm taking all these drugs and we haven't
really solved the problem yet. We just said maybe.
I've lost my ability. You know.
You know, it's called getting older. I don't like to say old. Older. Older is gentler.
Older is gentler? Or older?
Yeah.
I don't know that I buy that, but, you know.
Old?
But the thing is, you may be absolutely right. But we got to figure out what app it is.
I got to start getting rid of some of them.
Why don't you get rid of every app you don't use?
Well, I don't know what I use until I use it.
Well, I mean, you know. We could go through them now, and we probably find at least 10 in the first 20.
I've deleted a lot already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if you get rid of one of them,
it'll be the one.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
Well, you know, I mean,
But these yours are mine.
Those are mine.
Okay, just asking.
Okay.
Hi.
Aren't you going to ask how much time we have left?
How much time do we have left, Schwarzman?
Yeah. Anyway, I
It's 10:17.
have all the clocks over here. I have the new little one here.
Well, I'm playing hooky tomorrow, and so therefore,
Why are you playing hooky tomorrow?
I just need a day off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you had a day off on Monday.
Well, that doesn't count.
So you have a 3-day week. You've gotten yourself down to a 3-day week.
I wish. No, I work Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday as if it was 5 days.
Yeah.
I mean, I did a lot of busy work.
Well, I went to the dentist today.
I know, my dentist.
Yeah. Well, now my dentist
Right,
as
but
well.
who got you there?
Well, yes. And I got to tell you, they clean. First of all, she did a filling.
Is this the update, the medical update?
Yeah, a small little filling.
One.
It is the fastest filling I've ever had done. She just zip, 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 zip.
Two.
That was it. And then I had to go for the cleaning.
Three.
And I've decided the cleaning. If I'm afraid of dentistry, it's the cleaning I'm afraid of. It's not the dentistry itself. You know, because I was in that chair for the longest time, and she was
Here we go.
She was digging deep in there.
Here we go.
And then I got to come back again and
How do
clean
you guys
him in
put
3
up with
weeks.
him?
Another 3 weeks.
Help.
3 months. I have
Help
to come
me.
back for another cleaning.
This is
And
why
then
I'll say it's
Then I'm
10
going to get the
10/18.
the implant for the tooth that's missing back
Oh my
here because
God.
it's
Where's
so
my
huge.
violin?
And do you think I have cancer?
Yes.
Okay, well that answers that question.
Yeah. You're just not going to die of it.
You mean the prostate thing?
Yeah, I'm going to kill you first. So
Yeah,
don't even
yeah,
worry
yeah.
about
But
it.
I mean, I don't know if I have cancer or not. They've yet to find it.
By the time you're 90, you'll definitely have it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. You have a 100% chance of getting prostate cancer by the time
You're 90.
Yeah,
You're fine.
yeah. But you know who had his prostate removed?
Yeah, what's his name on the...
Chris Matthews.
Yeah. How old is he?
Yeah, he's 73. So he's in that age group where it lessens.
Yeah,
you
well,
know?
Larry, my friend, the one that died from it, he was like in his early 60s. I think he had just turned 60.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was very aggressive.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, very aggressive at that age. But,
Yeah.
I mean, why they removed the prostate, usually they don't even, after 70, it's even suggested not to do PSA tests. So I don't know. He may have had an aggressive form. Who knows?
Yeah, it's like some doctors say older women shouldn't get, go for
Phil has kept having PSA tests
Right.
after his prostate was removed.
after.
Yeah, just to see how if the PSA isn't coming back. And I'm going, and then they found it coming back.
Cells.
So now they're worried about it.
He's got cells,
Yeah,
right?
they're worried about it.
Because he doesn't have a prostate, right?
You don't have a prostate. How do you have prostate-specific antigen?
Cells.
That sounds like a Trump disease,
Oh, God, let's not even go there. Today, the problem with Trump is he's going to get off on this. He's such slippery nylon Trump.
I don't know. It's getting pretty, when his own people are now ratting on him.
Yeah, but no, other than Romney, and I have to give him a lot of credit, he's been good. No one else has opened their mouth.
Yeah.
Just such
I mean, if
chicken
Romney
shits.
ran for president tomorrow,
I would vote for him.
Yeah, I'd vote for
Absolutely.
him. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's really decent. He's the only Republican who's...
He's honest. He's decent.
Well, I think because he's a Mormon, he has a real sense of honesty.
Well, yeah.
And he finds this objectionable.
And he should, as we all should.
Yeah.
There was a Republican and a Democrat hearing Mulvaney. Is it?
Yeah.
Is it
Mulvaney.
Mulvaney talking today when he opened up and just gave it all away, so that
And said that in fact
that's what happened. Quid pro.
He did do quid pro
Yeah.
quo.
So
And
the Democrat says to the Republican, I forget who it was, "Oh, now you've got a problem. How are you going to fix this one?"
Well, what happened was later in the day, Mulvaney wrote him notes.
Well, he kind of
backtracking on what he had said, but
He can't backtrack on that. That's bullshit.
There's no backsies on this deal.
And Giuliani's lawyer that he had for a quick moment quit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't even think it was a day. Maybe it was a day. That was about it.
Yeah. I mentioned last night that my favorite Trumpism lately was it was about something, and as usual, he says, everybody says, and even some other people. Well, wait a minute, how does everybody say something and
plus whatever is left over?
Even other people.
Oh, what I liked is when he was with the Italian president, he said, America and Italy go back a long ways. We were there during the Roman Empire. He said that, I swear to God.
The United States was there during the Roman Empire.
We go back to the Roman Empire. He actually said that.
What did he mean by that?
That we go back a long way.
we go back a long
way.
Well, the best one was the woman who killed a motorcyclist in England.
She came to the...
And then she used her diplomatic immunity to get on a plane and get the hell out of Dodge. And then...
the mother and father.
He then was trying to defend her, saying that I know how bad it can be over there driving on those roads because...
I've done it.
The roads are on the other side of the street or something like that.
And he said, I've done it.
No, he says... And I know I've done that. And you what? You killed a motorcyclist while you were driving in England? What we'd like to know is when's the last time Donald Trump ever drove?
I want to know when he's going to jail.
Well, he could. He could. Although I don't think America wants to send a president to jail. Okay, there's just something that doesn't work about
something
that.
Nasty about it.
Yeah, we don't want to do
just
it.
Get him the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah. So, and then today we lost Elijah Cummings.
Yeah,
he died. Long time good guy.
Yeah.
Real good guy. And
Trump puts out this statement written by one of his staff how great he was, and then somebody underneath published what he said maybe a month or two about how disgusting he was and how Maryland was full of shit and rats.
Yeah, right. Yes, he did, didn't he? Yeah.
And not only that, the infested rats were in apartments owned by Trump's son-in-law.
Yeah. So, he's a hypocrite too. He's an asshole. God, what I feel bad for America about is that they're going to have to live with this long after you and I are gone.
It's true.
Because we have lost our currency in the world.
We have. No one trusts us.
Yeah, nobody. And, we can't be trusted to stand by our...
And it's moved right into somebody like Putin's arms. I mean, he's already has troops going now down there to take care of it. Turkey now has extended their borders.
Yeah.
And the Kurds are dying.
And Trump still has his hotels in Turkey. Yeah. So anyway, I wonder if he owns those hotels or whether that just has his name on it.
Probably.
Because he licenses
it out.
His name out.
Yeah.
And then today it turns out that they're going to have the G7, which was supposed to be the G6, but Trump, since he's the head of putting it together
this time in 2020,
he's been made the host of the party. Said, I want Putin there, so it's going to be the G7.
Right. And they're having it in one of his hotels that's lost
Doral.
That's lost 70% of the business since he was elected.
So everybody's bothered by that,
Well, I mean, talk about making money off of your title. I mean, Ivanka and her husband have made $94 million since he's been in office.
How much?
$94 million. And she's gotten 20-some licenses on dress things in China.
Oh, boy.
It's horrible.
No, it really is horrible. It is terrible. But, we'll hear from Phil tonight, excusing his behavior.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you can, to tell you the truth.
Really?
It's so sad. It's really
sad to see what's happened to this country.
Yeah.
I mean, democracy is such a fragile thing.
Well, it's
all checks and balances.
I didn't think it was that fragile. I remember the night he won, I said to you, but don't worry, nobody can ruin this democracy.
Duh. I mean, everything that Obama has done, he has taken off. Every provision, every regulation, he is like totally clear. They want to wipe out the EPA. they want to close it down.
Yeah, what is exactly onerous about environmental protection?
Well, it's better to make gas and oil and pour the waste in the rivers.
Well, I love the fact that he is wedded to coal, which is an old technology. You know,
he's opened up some of the national parks for drilling.
I think if you let Trump do it, he'd bring back the rotary telephone.
God, he's so bad.
Because we got more exercise doing that. You know, it's terrible. I don't know. What do we say about him?
I don't know, but it's time to open up the.
No, it isn't. We got about 2 minutes.
Do you want me to keep a split screen, or should I mosey on over?
You should mosey on over. Not now.
I'm just getting ready.
Not now, so you can see the screen. You can't see the screen from there, can you?
From here?
Yeah. No.
Roll me over.
Wait, you just go back.
Roll me over, lay me down, and do it again. That was one of the drinking songs at Penn State.
Really?
Yeah.
You mean Rape College? Rape University?
That was Rape Little Boys.
Rape Little Boys University. So anyway. Okay, if you want to come over here, I got to turn on the
you got to do your
Skype.
thing.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Here she comes, folks. There she goes. Up. Wait a minute. Come on. Hold on a second. I gotta do a few things here. I gotta open up the Skype lines. You're yeah, there you go. Okay.
Well, we have off the thing.
Huh?
I'm off the.
What? Well, and move over.
Well, you got to.
Then move over. Jeez.
You gotta go.
Oh, almighty. What? Wait a minute. Hold on a second. What am I trying to do
Just
here?
calling.
What am I doing? Am I
You're going to open up the.
I'm opening up the Skype lines. There we go.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Here
Da
we
da
go.
da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Here, I'll turn that off because then we don't have to
I
have
think
the.
Penn State's playing Iowa this week.
You know, that was rumbling over there. I gotta put paper under there. But you let
really?
me know at the last moment that
Well,
you were
I
going to
just
do the
noticed
show
they had
tonight.
all these little paper bits.
You
and
never
this
do the
one's
show
not.
anymore, so I don't give a
I
shit.
just want to be a visitor every once in a while.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. I'll put that under there. There
you
we
go.
go. Well,
I just want to be an every once in a while visitor.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, the phone lines are open, folks. If you want to call, you're more than welcome to. And there we go. Here comes Phil. Here comes Phil. And who else was the other one? There were two of them. Yeah, there was just Phil.
Ah, there he
It
is.
was just Phil.
Yeah.
Hi.
Okay. All righty.
Hi.
All right.
Hey, you got a half hour of Trump bashing in. I hope
Hey.
you enjoyed yourselves.
Oh, wait a minute. I've
Not a half an hour because we had to hear about Alex's medical update.
Hold on a second. I got to get you on screen here first.
All right.
All right. Go ahead. There
I
you
slept till a quarter after I took a nap.
go. Oh, really?
Yeah, I only got 15 minutes of Trump bashing.
Oh, okay.
Good.
Yeah. Well, it's good. I'm glad you got some Trump bashing.
All right. So are you repeating your medical update, or it's only for limited to listeners?
No, there's no limit. There's no.
He's done it already.
There's no medical update.
No repeat.
I went to the dentist today and got my last visit. We have $1 left in the insurance.
Until
Yeah,
January.
you know, I'm surprised you left $1 on the table.
Yeah, we left $1 on the
tip.
table. Listen, that's pretty good to leave $1 on the table. To leave $1
look
on
who's
the table,
calling.
don't you know? Yeah. No, we left $1 on the table, which was really terrific.
Hey, Scott.
And all I had to
Let's
pay.
see it again.
Hey.
And also, I had overpaid some what do you call it? What do they call them?
Premiums.
Premiums or whatever the
Your portion.
my portion.
You gonna get those back, or you just get the
Scott.
credit?
Yeah, well, they gave me the credit, so I didn't have to pay anything today.
Deductible.
I got a
Deductible.
Yeah, I had paid more in my deductible to them than they should have gotten. So they figured out how much it was, and they said,
Ta-da.
it's gratis. There, folks. You know.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Scott, is that one of those Patagonia sweater type things?
I
you
don't
wear?
know. I got it at Sam's warehouse.
Then it isn't a Patagonia. That's for damn sure.
It says Eddie
Eddie Bauer?
Eddie
Yeah.
Bauer?
Oh, Eddie Bauer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good
Yeah.
sports store.
I like it. I've gone to Eddie Bauer. I like their stuff.
Some of your pajamas, some of your flannels are from Eddie Bauer.
Some of my flannels.
Yes.
This flannel from Eddie Bauer.
I don't know. Do you see my flannel?
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. Do you have your flannels on tonight?
Lift that leg a little.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second.
Here we go.
Here's my flannel.
Here's my flannel.
And there's his flannels. You're
I
not.
have little dogs on mine.
No,
Ooh.
hey.
I have little dogs on mine.
Yeah.
Ow, you just
I got
hurt
the
my
green
ear.
ones.
Alex has the red.
Hmm?
He has the red.
Yeah, I have the red. Anyway, anyway, how are you, Scott? We haven't seen you in a while, Scott.
Well, I figured I had to call in since Phil's brother's down here at doing a rally.
Oh yeah. Dr. Trump. Yes, he's you know, they even had shots of the rally outside the rally.
Of course.
You had all the people they're watching
that.
on TV monitors.
You know, I always thought that when he had these rallies, it was just the people behind the screen.
Yeah.
But this, I mean, as loony as we think Phil is, the people in Texas have him beat hands over.
It's true.
They were waiting in line since Tuesday.
But you have to realize they look upon these things more as comedy shows, comedy concerts.
No, these people are nuts.
You know.
Hey Scott, if you let me know that you wanted to go, I would have loaned you my Trump hat.
Well, the thing is, even Phil probably wouldn't stand in a line for out for 2 days to see Trump, but he would pay a homeless person to stand in line for him.
I hadn't even thought of that.
Would you go, Phil? Would you go to a Trump rally?
Only if it was convenient. Only if I knew I had a guaranteed seat and a photo pass.
Yeah. Otherwise, you wouldn't go.
No.
If you had to wait in line, you would not go.
No, absolutely.
So
not.
that's how much you care about that piece of shit.
In today's
I'll
times,
spend the money, but I wouldn't go to. I wouldn't wait in line.
in today's times, John Lithgow, the actor, compared Trump to bad politician and bad entertainer. He said he couldn't make it either way.
He thinks he's a stand-up comic.
Yeah.
Now. That's his whole thing when he gets
Pretty
up
good,
there.
actually.
No, he's not.
Oh, my
he's
God.
not funny at all. He's embarrassingly bad.
Why? Because he's not making any Trump jokes.
He's not making any jokes. He's a
If
joke.
he made Trump jokes, you'd like him. He's a little bit self-effacing. He said something tonight about twittering out something, thank you to somebody there. That he says, yeah, at least you don't have to make a phone call, and you don't even want to get a phone call. He
Did
says
you
to the guy.
you see his Cummings tweet?
No,
was
I know he didn't like Cummings.
It was very nice.
I wasn't crazy
it
about
was
him.
very nice, and we've lost a great person, and blah blah blah. And a couple of months ago, he was calling him a piece of shit, and that Maryland was
Infested with rats.
Infested with rats, which, by the way, are all in the apartments owned
by Jared's family.
No.
Yeah.
Not all of them.
A lot of them.
Did you go downstairs in your apartment building lately?
What do you mean? We don't have rats.
With the rats that aren't there in Baltimore.
We don't have rats. We don't have rats.
We have cats.
We have cats that eat the rats.
Because you got rid of the rats. But you had rats.
What happened was
Mice,
they had
mice.
rats in the
Same thing.
mice
Baltimore.
in the basement. So they went out
Mice
and
this big?
they got a bunch of cats, like stray cats, and herded them into the basement. And the
feral cats.
And the
Yeah,
cats,
that's true.
killed the rats and scared the mice away. Okay.
Are they peeing?
Wait a minute.
Wait,
That's
the
not the
smell.
problem. It's not peeing. It's spraying.
The smell of it.
It's
Yeah.
spraying. It's sperm.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
and
that
the
one?
smell.
and I think they finally got rid of the cats. I think they
just get
finally.
rid of their
Get
prostates.
rid of the cats, right? They got a dog.
Well, then they got dogs, and the dogs ate, and then they had to get lions, and then
Lions and
it's like,
tigers
It's like
and
a, it's
cows. Oh,
like
boy.
it's like a Tex Avery cartoon. Yeah.
My kids had this book when they were young called "If a Mouse Had a Cookie," and so if you give the mouse a cookie, then it wants milk, and then it wants a napkin, and it's a very cute story.
Yeah.
Kids like it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure.
I know that story.
Yeah. Except my kids liked it when they were 24.
Really?
No.
Yeah,
Four.
but it goes on to different things. You're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, but the fact is that he called Elijah Cummings a piece of shit a couple of weeks ago, and now it doesn't look like he even wrote the tweet. It looked
I'm
like
sure he did.
One of his staff.
One of his staff, because
He got hacked.
huh?
He got hacked for a nice tweet.
Yeah.
You know?
How do you feel about the fact that all his people are turning against him?
What people?
Mick
Mulvaney?
Yeah,
do you hear what he said?
Yeah.
he said
I
it
don't-
was.
I don't-
He said
I
it
felt
was
about
quid
this.
pro quo.
Get over it.
And then he said something to the effect like, well, that's how diplomatic politics are. Politics plays in everything that's diplomatic.
All
Yeah.
the time.
The guy
All
getting
the time.
interviewed today, and
Look who's there.
Anything.
Hi.
What
What are you doing here?
I'm playing hooky tomorrow. So I'm going to lose an hour's sleep, but it's
So the
okay.
bank is Marjorie free tomorrow?
Marjorie free.
Yeah, but anyway, Scott, and then the other thing today was this guy was the ambassador to the Ukraine.
Soklin, something like that.
Yeah, he turned against.
Well, he
him.
was a big. He gave it was a big donation and became the ambassador and knew nothing. And the woman who was fired,
Biden's
a lot of them they
bitch.
complained because he was so unprepared for the job.
Yeah. So
I understand that these.
you notice how Phil
interviews-
just kind of passes by this stuff.
No, I'm giving you a thing. I understand these interviews are all done in closed quarters
Session, yeah.
That's the way the
closed
grand jury
session.
works.
and that nothing.
I
gets
thought Trump
out
fired
except-
Sessions.
He did.
Nothing gets out except what the Democrats want to selectively leak. So
It's bullshit, Phil, because there's Republicans sitting in those meetings too. So just
no Republicans.
Oh, you don't
Bullshit.
know that. You don't know if
No,
there
Listen,
aren't.
those
they-
committees are
they-
made up of both.
No, there's
There
Republicans
was
in
a
there.
guy.
Of
There was
course.
a guy who was on the committee. I forgot what his name was. He went in there. They threw him out.
Oh, Phil.
No, he was not on that committee. He was on another committee that he didn't belong to be in there.
Well,
That's why
there were
Phil,
no Republicans in these closed door things.
No, there were two.
It's a
There were two.
kangaroo court.
You're wrong.
You're wrong, Phil.
Take a drink.
You're
Hop
wrong.
in, kangaroo.
Prove it, Phil.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Prove it.
You prove it.
No,
Yeah,
you prove it.
it's
You
not.
said it. You prove it.
All right. I'll prove it. You guys talk.
He's going online.
He's going online to talking points for Republicans who are Trump fans.com. Yeah.
Actually, on Lawrence O'Donnell, they were talking to one of the Democrats that were in there, and he couldn't say anything about it. But Lawrence asked him, "Well, how are your Republican cohorts in the committee handling this?" And he says, when they were talking about the Mick Mulvaney quid pro quo thing.
Oh, he said
he said they were so flabbergasted trying to defend this other thing that they didn't even hear about it. I guess so. They were there.
Yeah, they're there. They're in every committee meeting.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Boy, we don't have any people watching tonight. Boy.
That's because I'm here.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Well, guys.
Are you going to go?
Yeah, that's
Good.
45 minutes.
Hey, I just want to say Penn State plays Iowa.
Yes, that's going to. Whoa, what happened?
I don't have my Iowa shirt on, but
Yeah, they're playing Iowa.
yeah. I grew up really close to Iowa City, so.
Well, I grew up close to Penn State, so there.
Right next to, you went to Rape State, right?
I went to
Rape State.
Penn State.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Who
my
was
dear.
the guy that's in jail for diddling the little
Sandusky.
boys?
Sandusky.
Sandusky. Yeah.
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 All right.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, and
He's in jail. He's in prison. And they
He's-
took.
he's happy.
He's in Happy Valley.
They took down the statue
Of-
to that coach, and didn't
Joe
Penn
Paterno.
State lose-
Joe Paterno.
Joe Paterno. Did they lose their ability to play
They
for
lost
a year
it
or
for a
two?
couple
No.
of years. No, they did. They were penalized for a couple of years. They couldn't recruit.
They couldn't recruit.
Right. And now they're 7th in the country. Ta-da.
Wow. you know, they were getting down to the point where they would have picked me. You know, when I was a kid and they were picking teams, I was the kid that they picked after the kid in the wheelchair.
Last.
And then they said, do we still have to really take Meyer?
Right,
you know, can't we have the kid with polio?
Say goodbye to her.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye, Marty.
Yeah, Pamela even say goodbye.
Is she there?
She was there. She yelled.
Oh.
There she is. There's her hand or something. Wait a minute. Where?
Hey, is she in her bra and underpants? Is she okay? See ya.
I got all my clothes on tonight.
Yeah, that was a big night on our show. Yeah.
I ought to get some viewers.
Yeah. Well, we gained 2 people. Anyway, I lost 5 pounds, by the way. Let's hear it for me.
Yeah. Gray matter?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, you know, I always keep a really good tag on my weight to make sure that I'm okay. All right. You know, and I'm.
Where you at right now, sir?
I'm at 195.
All right, I'm about 194.
Okay.
But I'm a little fatter because you're a little taller.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah.
219.
Well, I'm trying to get back to. But how tall are you, Phil?
5'8".
See.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
He's more round than he is tall. Then.
Yeah. No, but I
a roly-poly.
I for some reason had gained up to somewhere almost up to 199. Yeah. So now I'm down to 195, and I'm happy it's going down. You know, so yeah. I just
okay.
Okay. Here we go. Huh?
Just this one point, I'm still reading, but at 5:55 p.m., Mulvaney says earlier comments were misconstrued, says there was no quid pro quo.
Yeah. And guess who made him write that?
Mike DeBow?
No. No.
Probably.
No. Guess who made him write that and come out with that? It was a written statement. It was on stationery.
Well, he came out with a statement and says, let me be clear, there was absolutely no quid pro quo.
No, he said that after he said there was quid pro quo, so he's trying to backtrack because Trump told him you better backtrack or you're fired.
He's fired anyway.
He's fired anyway. The president never told me to withhold any money until the Ukrainians did anything related to the server. The only reasons they were holding the money was because of concern of lack of support of other nations concerned over corruption. So
all that
wrong.
is bullshit.
Take a drink,
no,
Alex.
No, we're not wrong. He did say what we said.
I got the proof.
He said on the TV live in front of every.
He said it was misconstrued. Misconstrued.
How do you misconstrue him saying there was no quid? There was what was it?
Because it was
there was quid pro quo. No,
it was
what
leaked in
leaked?
a Democratic
Wait a
only.
minute. What do you mean leaked?
He was TV.
Hung jury.
He was in front of a podium talking to the press when he said this, Phil.
So he said he made a mistake. There was no. He answered a question incorrectly.
For 39 minutes, he repeated the same thing over and over.
Yeah. Okay.
He made a mistake.
No, not according to this. It's at 5:55 or this today.
Drink.
By the way, a funny story. I had my teeth worked on today. My tooth in my dentist is filling my tooth.
Smile. Let's see how close it is.
Apparently,
to
she
Tony's.
had a bad lunch or something because her stomach was grumbling. And I've got my earphones on. You know, I'm listening to music. I'm hearing. Yeah. So
Now, is your teeth? You're trying to make them look like Tony's?
what? All my teeth right now, except all my teeth except for the crowns, some chipped crowns and stuff like that, are perfect. I don't have a cavity in my mouth. I don't have a problem going on there, and it's all been taken care of. And
You going to get Invisalign for the bottom teeth?
No, I think it's a little late in life for me to get Invisaligns.
Yeah. It'll help with your new career. Have you applied for a Shepard Smith's position yet?
Yes, I have, and they laughed me out of the office. Okay. I don't think there's much of a chance of that, Phil.
No,
Yeah. But
So, Phil,
that'd be good.
if we get a job working for Trump, and typically we'll be fired in about 3 weeks or whatever, what kind of benefits do we get from this? I might apply.
Well, you get the White House stationery that had your name on it.
Oh, that's nice.
And,
yeah.
But
You get paid for this job, right?
some of them do.
Some of them do. Giuliani doesn't. We get Giuliani for free, and we're paying him too much.
Hey, Alex, do you think you could go on and be a pundit for the Republicans on Trump's new network that he's going to start when he gets impeached?
I was thinking about that today. Could I suddenly say to Fox, "Oh, I'm a Republican," and go on and praise Trump and do all the stuff I need to do? I could not do it. I couldn't fake it.
Just do it like this: praise Trump, praise Trump.
No. I mean, even if I tried to do a rotten imitation of Phil, I couldn't do it.
Just give us 5 minutes of your best effort.
I couldn't. I was oddly enough thinking about that. Okay, and I said to myself, I couldn't do it. And I know there are people over at Fox, for instance, who are taking positions that they don't believe simply because they want the job.
Like Hannity, huh?
Not like Hannity, but who knows about a lot of those other people, especially the people like Harris Faulkner and stuff
whatever
like
her
that.
name is.
Yeah, Jeanine Pirro. You thinking about?
Yeah.
No, I think she's a cunt.
I think she's pro-Trump. I don't think she's an anti-Trump.
Yeah,
imposter.
she's a Trump cunt. Yeah. So, I mean, it's insane.
Who's that other guy with the Genoa? I think he was an attorney or a judge or something, and he doesn't seem to be pro-Trump lately. And he's one of the Fox pundits.
I know who you're talking about. I can't remember his name now.
That's not his name. It's
he's the guy who lost a lot of weight.
Did he lose weight?
Oh,
he was the judge. The judge guy.
Yeah,
I think he was a judge. Yeah, did Genoa or something?
No.
It's something like that.
Hold on a second. Wait a minute.
I just saw he was just on my Twitter when I pulled this up. It was
let me see here.
Joe DeGenoa.
No.
No, that's not right.
No.
Twitter.
Let me see here.
It's not Don Bongino.
No.
He used to be on NRA TV.
No. I don't have him here.
Joe DeGenoa.
No, you got it all wrong.
You got something else in your brain. Judge on Fox.
I don't know. On-air personalities. On-air personalities. I'm trying. We have all these names here.
Judge here.
God, I have no idea. Andrew Napolitano.
Oh, there he is.
Napolitano. Yes, Andrew Napolitano.
I still can't say it.
Yeah.
Andrew Napolitano. I don't think that's the one I was thinking of.
Well, that's the guy who's the judge. Wait a minute.
Well,
let me I'll put it up on the screen here. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. Where's this? Oh, screen.
I can't even pronounce it. Yeah.
Oh, there. Wait a minute. That isn't it. I'm looking for my thing that lets me put up a screen. I guess I have to go to this page, and here we go. There we go. There he is, folks. Judge Andrew P. Napolitano. Napolitano. Yeah, there he is. Okay. Are you happy with that, folks? I hope you
Joseph D. Genova. Here's his Wikipedia page.
Wait a minute.
He's a commentator on Fox News.
Okay, what's his name?
first of Joseph, last of Digenova.
There's nobody here by that name.
Joseph D.
There's nobody here by that name, Phil.
It says he frequently appears as a commentator on Fox News. Let's see if there's anything else on him. He was a U.S. attorney for the District of Columbia, an independent counsel.
No, there's no person by that name.
He's made over 90 appearances.
Okay, but he may just be like a guest occasionally on the shows. But he's not the guy you're thinking of. It's not the judge. Okay.
No? All right. Yeah, here, Joseph, here he is. This guy.
Oh, yeah. I've seen him.
Joseph D. That's what I was thinking of. But
maybe they were replacing him because he might be more pro-Trump than the other.
You're right. I was thinking of his name, but it was Andrew Napolitano. And I think it was Napolitano that is going anti-Trump at the moment.
No, he's just going patriotic.
No, some people are going anti-Trump because they're Republicans, but they have like Romney, have a true sense of honesty and decency. I mean, the thing is that what you're seeing going on with Romney is a guy who, quite frankly, is Mormon, and he believes in being honest, and he thinks that Trump is completely distrustful. So, anyway,
all right. Got anything else to talk about?
No,
well,
but that's
what we're just saying there. What really disgusted me personally, from my religious views, is that I recently found out that the Attorney General, Bill Barr, he's Catholic. He's a total lying asshole.
Well, you do wonder when you're a Catholic and he's a Catholic, and you wonder how he can be the way he is being a Catholic.
Yes. I can't understand it. How can you?
But then again, some of your Catholics diddle young boys. So I mean,
yes, they do. But they've been tempted by the devil that got into them.
They're just teaching them new tricks.
Because I know how bad I am. Okay, and the devil gets after me sometimes, but not so bad. He must really go after the priests and really mess with their minds.
Now, I heard somewhere that the Catholic Church is considering allowing priests to marry. Is that there was something about?
I think I heard that.
You heard that too?
Yes, but it's not in the United States.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I did. I heard that too. It's like it was like someplace where there's like no priest or something like that because they want to be married.
Russia.
Yeah. Well, I would say like
maybe
like
you can elucidate, Scott, about this kind of thing. I mean, why is it that priests are not allowed to marry, and do you think it's a good idea?
Well, the reason that the way I've always understood it is they're not allowed to get married because back in the the 1400s or whatever, the priests were getting all this money, and they were married back then, right? Mm-hmm. They're all married and whatnot, and they had these kids and whatnot. And then when the priest would die, all the money that this priest got from basically taken from the church went to the kids, not to the church. So the church wanted all the money. So they said, okay, no more married priests, so no more inheritance and going out. So they kind of got away from it like that.
Couldn't they take a vow of poverty and still get married?
Well,
because they do take a vow of poverty, don't they?
Well, that's like some monks and some some of the other, but.
If you have a wife, and kids, you're automatically taking an oath of poverty.
Yeah, that's true. Especially if you get divorced.
They get paid very little anyway. The priests. I mean, they only make maybe $40,000 a year, but everything they got is paid for. Their housing, their food, and that's just basically fun money there. And
$40K a year. Alex and I want that job. They rabbis
can convert and go to church, become a priest.
Absolutely. Hey, I'd get on Fox and I'd be a Democrat, but it's rabbis are married and seem to be able to do what they got to do in their in the synagogues and with the people that belong. I don't see the conflict.
So how do they pass their money down to their? Do the kids get any money, inheritance, or whatever? Or?
I only from salary. But Jeff wanted to say something.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of them are not men anymore. They're women.
Oh, rabbis.
Rabbis.
Yeah, you're right. But there are many male rabbis,
Yeah.
and over the centuries, these rabbis have been married and had families and synagogues that they had followers or parishioners, whatever they call them.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't seem to create an inheritance issue or or anything like that. I don't I know that the nuns are supposed to be married to God. They wear a wedding ring. Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay. To Jesus.
Well,
all right.
God, Jesus is God, but yeah.
Well, not for us.
Now you killed him. That's right.
I got enough trouble. Wait a minute. I got enough trouble with one wife. I mean, come on. Is that any kind of thing to do to Jesus, for crying out loud?
Maybe he can handle it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Boy, there's nobody watching tonight. There's nobody calling tonight. Why am I doing this?
You want me to make some disparaging statements about homosexuality and maybe you'll get some listeners?
No, I don't think that'll do it. But if maybe in a half hour or so, I'll cut this thing short because Jack isn't on tonight, so it doesn't matter when I sign off.
Why is Jack off?
I knew that would come along at some point.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, hi, Lee Presson. Hold on a second.
How you doing, folks?
Let me give Lee a spot here. Let me see here. Where are we going to put him? Lee Presson. There we go. Okay, and we go to that. There we go. Okay.
Hi.
All right. There we go. There's Lee Presson, and I got to tell you, Lee. Wait a minute. What was I going to say? I had something I wanted to say, and it was pertaining to you, I thought, and now I can't remember what it was I was trying to say.
Just wanted to say greetings from California on the 30th anniversary. 30 years ago today, we were rocked by the Louis Prima earthquake. I mean, the Loa Prieta earthquake.
Yes, Prieta.
That's right.
Is that a smoking jacket?
Well, not at the moment. No, I was smoking last time I was on your show.
So where were you when the earthquake happened?
I was sitting on the living room couch, chatting with a friend of mine who was at work at Northgate Mall at the moment, about 5 miles away. We're going, blah, 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 and went, hey, we'll probably be cut off soon.
Yeah.
I was going down to Visadero Street in San Francisco.
Yeah.
I was going down to Visadero Street, and I was.
Were you in Pacific Heights or the Marina?
I was I was coming out of the Marina. I had gone over Pacific Heights.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and then I came down over the Marina, and down in I came up over, and then I was going down to the other side. And I'm just trying to hold on a second. I just got to put something.
Did you see any of the buildings falling, or
Well, what happened was I was with my then kind of girlfriend. We had kind of broken up, but we hadn't broken up, kind of thing. It was very strange. Oh, now hold on a second. What is that? I webhead in there. Oh, I see.
That's Tony.
Tony just came back. I guess. That's it. Okay. Here's Webhead. There we go. Okay. Now let me put him there. Okay. Is he there? Well, here we'll do a little transition. Hello, Tony. Anyway, I was coming down. I went up to Visadero. Then I was on Pacific Heights. I was coming down from Pacific Heights. And all of a sudden, I feel like my car is, I'm on a hill, so I'm applying my brakes, and my brakes aren't working.
Oh, it's jumping?
Because the car was bouncing, and I didn't realize that. And it was bouncing down the street. And I look at the street ahead of me, and people are pouring out into the street.
Now, you were on the real steep part of the Divisadero?
No, the other part of Divisadero, which is almost as steep, but not quite the same steepness.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's steeper going down into the marina than it is going down into wherever that area is below it. And it was just, you know, and also I looked at they had overhead wires for the buses, and they were swinging around like crazy. And she and I both went, "What the fuck's going on here?" And I said, "I think we're having an earthquake." So I said, "We better go back home." So we turned around and went back up the hill and come down the hill, and we come into the marina, and all of a sudden she says to me, "Gee, look over there. Part of that building has come down." And I said, "Well, look over there. Most of that building has come down completely." Yeah. And we went into the marina, and the curb was higher than it had been, and it was terrible. So where were you again, Lee?
I was at home, you know, just in San Anselmo, I believe. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was at San Anselmo at the traffic light, waiting for the car, you know, waiting for the light to turn green. And suddenly, all of a sudden, the car goes.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I'm like, piece of crap. What the? You know.
Did you live in San Anselmo?
Yeah.
Because that's where I grew. That's where I grew up after we left Telegraph Hill.
Oh, swell. That's where I grew up as well.
Yeah. So anyway.
Oh, so you're both alumni of what's the high school there that you went to?
I went to Drake High School.
You went to Drake. I went to Redwood.
Okay. See, there was kind of a choice there you had.
Yeah.
I had a house in Corte Madera, and I sold it to the principal of the Catholic. What was the Catholic
Marin
school
Catholic.
There? Marin Catholic, yeah. And nice guy. Yeah. So anyway, I was at the ball game, and I was walking.
Yeah, everybody says they were at the ball game, but they weren't.
And I got the thing. Now I was walking out of the stadium club, which is the bar, and they have, you know, some food in the bar. And I was walking towards my seat, and I was just coming out the door of the stadium club. It's like on the second floor in the back, and I saw the stanchions were these light stanchions were swaying back and forth, and I said, okay, this is a good omen. You know, maybe the Giants are going to win this game, and you know, an earthquake. And I get down to the seat, and there's a guy sitting next to me. He's got one of those little miniature TVs, and it's the first time I've ever seen one of those.
You never saw that?
No, I saw it in 1989 at the game. And so he says to me, "The Bay Bridge fell." I said, "Nah, are you kidding me?" You know, and I'm waiting for the lights to come on. Nothing comes on. And then, you know, he said, "No game." There wasn't even an announcement. It was just, you know, the
everybody
word spread.
says they were at the game. I don't believe it. Anyway.
Not only was I at the game, my car was parked on Franklin Street in the marina.
Because if there were as many people, if there was as many people at that game as have said they were at that game, they wouldn't have enough seats to fit all those people. Am I right? Am I right, Lee?
And you know what? That was the only one I had. My friend Paul Garvey got me the tickets, and you know, and there was another game.
Okay, let's talk to Kevin. I bet he
was at the game.
He wasn't at the game.
I was not at the game.
Okay, see,
I was at the first two A's games.
Yeah.
I went to the first two A's games, and I was driving a truck over in Oakland, actually in San Leandro. And I was driving my truck back to the yard in San Jose, and I decided I wanted to see what was going on in San Francisco. So I took the Cypress.
Oh, God.
And then I drove over the Bay Bridge.
Yeah.
And drove by the stadium, and I missed both of those collapses by
because
30
what
minutes.
happened? The Cypress was this overhead highway that collapsed.
It was a double-decker highway that collapsed,
and
I
they're
knew
very
the driver
lucky.
that
They're
you
very
see in
lucky.
The, pictures,
the reason why people
Superior truck driver, that got squished in there,
yeah. Well, why
for my wife
that got killed in that.
Why they say that what happened is they were having the World Series, and it was the A's versus the Giants. And so for 2 days the A's would play in Oakland, and then for 2 days the Giants would play in San Francisco. That day, luckily, the games were being played in San Francisco. If they had been played in Oakland, there would have been thousands of people dead because there'd be that many cars on the Cypress Expressway. As it was, there were hardly any. So
yeah, it was.
Wait a minute, what are you holding up there?
Does he have his
I don't know
ticket?
if you can see it, but there's the tickets.
Oh, you had the
all the tickets for the A's.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, those are the tickets for the game.
Proof. Where's Phil's proof?
I gave it to my nephew.
Oh,
and my sister.
yeah.
My sister framed it. She framed the program and the ticket.
Sister's cousin's friend.
No, she framed the program and the ticket. And
I
you
got
know
a
what?
whole bunch of pictures.
I'm going to tell her to photograph it and email it to me. Because it's down in my nephew's room. And
You know that guy right there.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second.
that you?
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Be quiet.
No,
Be quiet.
That's
and let
Crazy
me,
George.
Wait a minute. Let me go to the single there. So talk. Yeah. Okay. Who is that?
You know who that is? That's Crazy George.
What do you mean, Crazy George? What do you mean?
Get the fans going.
Oh,
You don't remember Crazy George? I thought you knew Crazy George.
No. Who's Crazy George?
He's that nutcase from Santa Cruz that used to run around and stir up the crowd with a tambourine and a drum and stuff. I thought you met him when you went out there and threw the pitch.
No. Never.
Around Billy Ball time.
Never met him at all.
Alex threw a
And
pitch.
those were the tickets there.
I threw a fit. That's what I threw.
I never got to use the rest of them because we beat their ass in 4 games.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, and it was actually the worst celebration because I waited for the longest time to go up and celebrate the World Series, and since the earthquake happened, they were going to have a big celebration up there in Jack London Square, but the background was a cypress collapsed. So no one really wanted to go up there and, go, oh boy, we won the World Series. Oh boy.
Yeah.
It was kind of a bummer the whole time.
What did we do about the rest of the games? That wasn't the last game, was it? What did we
the
do?
third game.
No, they waited 10 days and then played 2 games and it was over.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was kind of like they almost were thinking about canceling. Well, remember the rumor was they were going to cancel the series.
They were. It was
talking about it for a
damper
while.
on the whole thing.
Oh, I didn't give a shit because I was sitting there in the hovel known as the marina.
Nice and
Yeah.
comfortable.
Well, that was the problem. Is that it was a big thing for the Giants and the A's to actually finally get together in a World Series. It was a Bay Bridge series. It was in the Bay Area, and I bought cups and shirts and all kinds of crap. I got all kinds of memorabilia from that game, that series.
Yeah.
And they finally did it. And, everybody was talking shit the whole week. And, for weeks, everybody was talking shit. And then it finally happened. And then the earthquake happened. And everybody just went, oh, this sucks. The whole Bay Area was falling apart.
Yeah, and that kind of series happens so infrequently. I mean, I don't think
it never did. It never has since.
Has never since. Here in New York, occasionally we have the Mets against the Yankees, but I think that's happened on a couple of occasions. I wouldn't know how many because I don't have a third sports Emmy. So.
After the earthquake,
like the Niners and the Raiders getting together. That will never happen now either, probably.
Right.
Well, they left Oakland. They're not there yet. They'll be in Vegas next year, I think, right?
Yeah, they're still hanging on here for the time being.
That whole franchise has lost its identity since Al Davis left. His passed away.
Wait a minute.
They should have been in Oakland for
Stop a
forever.
second. Stop a second, Tony. Are we talking sports again tonight?
Yeah,
We're gonna get you.
It's been a sports show now.
Boy, the franchise MC is going to hate me.
We're going to get you a sports Emmy yet.
Is it the World Series? Is it going on now? I don't even know.
Not yet. The Yankees are losing right now, 6-3. But it looks like it's going to be the Astros and the Nationals.
Oh, okay.
Really, the Expos is now the Nationals. Poor Montreal. Because they used to be the Expos.
The Nationals aren't the Washington, D.C. team?
Yeah, they are, but they were before that. They were the National Expos. They moved out of Montreal.
Who's in Montreal now?
Nobody. It's just Toronto's playing in Canada, I believe.
Oh, those are Blue Jays?
Yeah.
I heard of them.
Hey, your 49ers are 5-0. They're looking good with that defense.
Yeah,
they can keep the 49ers and that Kaepernick, Kneeler.
He's long gone.
Well, I still don't like them. I haven't seen a 49ers
Oh, that's
game
right. Yes. Kneeling is
naked.
considered a form of respect everywhere except a football field. Yes, of course. Excellent.
Yeah. No, it's a form of respect to take your hat off and put your hand over your heart and stand there and listen to the anthem.
He wishes kneeling.
Okay, yes.
We'll
listen to the special song only the way you say.
Have you
the special song a certain
Lee,
way?
Yeah. Have you sung the anthem at any games?
No.
You know, my plumber has. At an A's game.
Actually, no. Wait, for maybe 2 or 3 years running, we used to play the A's opening day.
Yeah.
That was a hell of a. It was like
in the same stadium.
Yeah, we were at the stadium. Yeah. I think a typical year would be doing. It was like we would do Alex's show in the morning, rush to play opening day at the A's game, and then do a night show that night. We were crazy back then. We could do 3 shows in a day. I was like, okay.
So what was a show like that you would do at the opening of the A's game? Was it just
we were usually the first of like a whole day's worth of entertainment. So it happened at like 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning, just as the stadium was opening up. People were showing up, and we'd do a set, and it was very cool.
They were watering down the field, and you were playing?
Well, gosh, I don't remember. It was over 20 years ago, but yeah, we did that for like 2 or 3 years, opening day, and it was a mid-morning show.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's been.
I remember.
Is there anybody in California at this moment, or am I the only one?
There's 2 of us.
Well, Phil's there.
Yeah, Phil's in California, and Kevin's in California.
That's right.
Yeah, we had a 4.7 day before yesterday.
Yeah, that's what I was going to bring up.
4.7. That's pretty severe.
Well, 4.8.
And there was another one. I'm in Walnut Creek. I felt another one last night.
We had one this morning too, but
that was just your girlfriend kicking you out of bed.
Yeah.
No, it was your girlfriend kicking out of my bed.
My little doggie sleeps between the 2 of us, and I'm always falling out of the bed because the dog will sleep across the bed. She takes the majority of the bed.
Wow. Yeah. So anyway.
Your dog's doing okay, Phil? Obviously.
If you didn't know she was going to die from cancer in another month or 2, she has got energy and she's happy and she's playing and jumping. It's like she doesn't know what's coming down the pike.
Cancer will do that to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's.
But hey, I'm getting another month or 2, hopefully. With her. At least I didn't lose her.
Do you want to see her suffer, though, Phil?
No, I will not let her suffer.
So, I mean, there's a point at which you're probably going to have to put her down.
Yeah. And I told her she wasn't as good as the cat. Yeah, okay.
I know. That's my old joke.
Yeah. I'm watching to see if she has internal bleeding again, which is what will happen with this type of cancer. And also, it'll go to her lungs, and she'll have trouble breathing. And if that starts, then I'll put her down.
Yeah,
you got to.
Yeah, I don't want her to suffer.
I've done it so many times. I've done it 2 times with. I've had 3 dogs. 1 dog committed suicide, but that's another story.
Ran into a car.
No, she drowned herself in the pool.
No, I don't know how you did it. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm not going to let her go in alone I'm going to be there with her. And, so she's not scared. But I don't know. I can't get another dog at this point.
Well, I wouldn't.
I don't know. Because I can't see how people do this.
I did it. I had to do it. It's the toughest thing to do.
That's because you're a killer, Tony.
No, it was Alex. It was hard. I was out of it for a while.
I just haven't gotten another cat because I don't want some animal that's going to look at me every morning and go, I'm going to be here long after you are.
Yeah.
You know what? You know the spin I put on it though when I did it in my head. This is how I kind of rationalize it. We know you're not going to be here forever, but just like say if I didn't adopt one of my dogs and somebody else would have got it and didn't give it a good home. Mm-hmm. So at least you gave it a good life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some people just, they don't even the dog doesn't even.
Well, they say that one of the hardest things people have to do is to say goodbye to a pet.
Oh,
that more so than humans. Than other human beings.
I was more broken. I mean, I can't believe I'm going to say this. I mean, I miss my dad. But I remember one of my dogs died. I still get emotional about it.
I was more broken up when my cat, and one of my cats died. Shabbos, who was my longest cat that I had. He was about 18. I felt worse about that, I think, than I did when my mother died. I mean, when my mother died, I went, thank God, another parking place.
I remember the day
he wasn't
put down.
What'd you say?
I remember the day.
What'd you say, Scott?
She wasn't driving at 100.
No, I know. It's my joke,
I know, but it's bad.
I was looking at her going, hey, Mom, you better start getting ready to kick off because at my age, I may beat you to the grave, and I don't want to do that,
With my dog, when I was going through the operations and all of those things, I told Faye, I said, if I pass away, I want you to bring Ella and let her see me and know that I'm dead and that I didn't abandon her.
Yeah, the dog's gonna know that.
I think they do.
They do.
Get his charge card.
Really?
His charge card. Let's go.
I remember Johnny. What's his name? The guy from BAM magazines, the brother of the guy that had BAM magazine. Johnny Erican.
What?
Erican. Yeah, he was the one that took your cat and took it to be put down because we were in your apartment in Sausalito at the time, and he was there, Susan, me, and you, and that
was Shabbos, right? That was the Siamese.
And Johnny had the cat put down. He was the one that he was the messenger of death.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it.
It was so. I mean, just thinking about it, I was getting emotional. It was bad. It was bad.
It's really bad. Now I want to throw a question out here that's very controversial. I wasn't thinking of bringing this up in this discussion, but I think it's important, and I think we're gonna fight like cats and dogs over this one.
What's the punchline?
Oh no! What's smarter, a cat or a dog?
They're different. They're different. I think cats have a survival instinct, and dogs are more obedient.
But the cat is smarter because he doesn't do what the owner wants him to do.
He doesn't give a shit. He just does what he wants.
Yeah, but
that's why he's
dogs
smarter.
make better pets precisely because cats are smarter.
Dogs learn to do stuff. For instance, when I walk down out of my apartment, I have 3 sets of stairs to take the dog on a walk. My dog knows that she's to stop at the top of every staircase so I can catch up with her. And, so I taught her, she goes to the end of the
But that's
the
not
flight
being
of stairs,
smart.
and she stops.
That's not being smart.
Yeah.
That's healing, it's called.
My
healing.
cats can tell time when they want to fucking eat. They come up and tell me.
Yeah, exactly.
I think my dog talks, too. I'll have conversations with her in the morning.
Well, I felt that. I felt that about my cat. I was saying this about Shabbos when he died. That after he died, I can't believe that we went 18 years together, and he never said a word to me, because I could swear he talked to me all the time.
They have a sense though, they know.
Is that pulling at heartstrings to the 25 people who are out there, 2 of which are me?
Hi, everybody.
I just realized that when I see 25 people there, 2 of those are me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I remember the blind sheik cat that used to pee in the toilet, and I thought that was the most unusual thing. I had never seen a cat get up on the toilet and pee, and yours was not only blind but could do that.
Yeah, she wasn't blind when she learned to do that, but she kept doing it after she got blind. And being blind, when we moved into that apartment in Sausalito, all the other cats were sniffing around trying to figure out where everything was. That cat knew everything. She's upstairs, downstairs. Right. She didn't. There was an intuition. I don't know where it comes from. We were thinking of cutting off her whiskers and seeing how she'd do.
Which one used to poop in the tub? I took a shower.
Oh, that was Shabbos.
That was Shabbos. When I went swimming in the pool. It was Shabbos. Yeah. It was poop
he always shit in the bathtub, but at least we knew where it was.
Yeah.
and he would pee down the drain.
Yeah.
And so we'd have to remove the turds. Every now and then I'd be walking around the house. I'd pass by the bathroom and I'd hear thunk, thunk, thunk.
It would plop down, yeah.
And, the thing was that we got Shabbos. Some woman said, I just don't want this cat anymore. And so we got him at about a year, okay? Mm. And he moved in, and immediately I knew the cat had no loyalty because as soon as she brought him in, he jumped in my lap, and that was it, But we got very close. But he kept shitting in the bathtub, and we'd rub his nose in it. We'd do all the no, and he'd keep shitting in the bathtub. So about maybe a year later, we meet up with this woman. She says, how's so and so? Because she didn't call him Shabbos, she called him something else. House Sniffles or whatever.
Christmas.
Yeah, whatever the name was that she gave him. And we said, he's fine. She said, anything wrong with him? I said, no. Should there be? She says, does he shit in the bathtub? And we went, that. We've gotten used to that. There's no changing him from shitting in the bathtub. Yeah. So the cat for, the 17 years we had him, kept shitting in the bathtub, and we just go clean it up before we wanted to take a bath. Mm. But we knew where it was. Yeah.
You didn't have that cat on 14th Street, did you?
On 14th Street, yeah.
Okay, because I was in that apartment too, and I had breakfast.
Well, you were stalking me or something, weren't you?
I met you. I gave you a ride home.
Yeah.
From WPLJ.
Mm-hmm.
And what's her name? Naomi made me breakfast.
Yeah. Naomi. Yeah. I think she's still alive.
Really?
Yeah. I wonder where that cunt is now.
She was pretty hot.
Yeah, that was that was the problem. She was hot. I met her one day because I saw her at a party that we were having for WPLJ. We had a after show party for the Allman Brothers because we did a live concert with them. And I saw this woman across the room. And I said, that's hot. I would love to go out with her. But I'm a very shy guy, and I just didn't have the guts to even approach her. Okay? A couple days later, I get a call at home, and it's this woman saying, you Alex Bennett? And I said, yeah. She says, I got your number from somebody who knows you. My name's Naomi. I saw you at the party the other night. And I said, which one were you? And she said, and she described herself, and I went, it's the blonde. It's her. And so we started dating, and that was the worst thing that ever happened to me. That was.
I think I remember that.
No, you couldn't have remembered that because
you
didn't.
1973 or something.
Huh?
Oh, it was
like 1973, late 72, early 73.
Oh no, the other one you know.
The other one, yes.
The other one, the San Francisco heartbreaker.
That's the one.
Yeah, but no, this one was like a relationship from hell.
Okay.
I mean,
I was there for the other one.
Yeah. What happened was here's how fate. If I just played it differently, life would have been better for me. She comes over to my place when she says, okay, I saw you at the party. I wanted. Would you like to come over? Yeah, come over. All right, fine. She shows up with a guy. A guy brings her. I'm figuring, what is she, fucking hooker? You know, this is her pimp. And he's carrying some suitcases for her, and she brings the suitcases in.
What are you moving?
And I go, what are you doing? Moving in? And she says, oh no, I'm moving to Boston tomorrow.
Oh my God.
She said, so I thought I'd spend the night here and we could kind of have a nice time. So all night long we fucked like bunnies, I guess. Or whatever you fuck like. I forget now at my age.
So the other guy was just carrying up.
And we just fucked all night long. And finally it's 7 o'clock in the morning. She says, oops, got to make a bus at 8. And so I said, well, nice to meet you. She says, fine, you know. And she says, I'm moving to Boston and I'll talk to you soon. Goodbye. And she leaves.
She took a bus all the way to Boston?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not that long.
Yeah, well, those were...
Good Lord!
Those were
just a 4-hour ride.
Those were hippie days, okay?
Oh, you were in New York?
Yeah.
I thought you were in California.
Oh no! If she were in California, I would have driven her there. I'm a gentleman. Anyway.
My mistake. I don't know where you were in '73.
Anyway, so she goes to Boston. I figure that's the last I'm ever going to see of her. I get a call from her. Hi, Alex. I'm here in Boston. I miss you. Well, I miss you too, because I'm thinking of all that hot super sex we had, right?
Yep.
And so I go up to Boston to see her for a weekend, and we again fuck like bunnies, right? You know, like crazy. And I kiss her goodbye, and I leave, and I go back to New York, and I figure that's it. And I get a call, and she says, "Guess what?" I said, "What?" "I'm moving back to New York."
Oh God.
Okay.
Did you get sick?
So she moved back to New York and moved in with me, and the rest is history. It was the worst fucking relationship I've ever had in my life.
How long did she live with you?
Long enough that she wound up in a mental hospital at one point. Yeah.
Oh shit!
What
did she do for a living?
What's the crazy house here in New York? Bellevue. She was in Bellevue. She went to
Jesus.
They
Alex,
not plastic forks.
What did she do for a living?
What?
How did she support herself?
How did she
Was she a
support
model,
herself?
or-
No, she lived with me.
And
then she wound up on the National Lampoon Radio Dinner album with me. And they kind of excised me from most of the album, but she got a big part. You know, so she's on that album. And if you ever get a copy of the original Double Fold album on that, there's a picture of the two of us together.
Really?
Yeah.
I bet you might be able to get that on eBay.
Naomi R. Page was her name.
Alex, I'm not making fun of anybody with a mental problem, but when did you start saying, "Wow, she's crazy"?
I didn't say, "Wow, she's crazy." She just wound up in the mental hospital one day, and I said she must be crazy.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember why she wound up there. That I can't remember. Yeah, probably having to deal with me, I would imagine. You know,
Girlfriend better run.
What did you say?
I said girlfriend better run.
Yeah, before she winds up in Bellevue. Yeah, no, I'll wind up in Bellevue before her. You know, but anyway.
No meaning to the term you fucked her brains out.
Well, that's true. That's true. But it was an amazing situation. I think at one point she had gone with Dwayne Allman. Before I met
So did Cher, right?
Yeah. Well, no, that was Greg Allman.
Oh, Greg Allman.
Dwayne Allman's the one that died first.
Oh.
Okay.
Because he wanted to?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know if she's still alive or not. I guess she is. I guess I'll find out when she decides to sue me for what I said tonight. You know?
That's a funny thing you said though. Like my mom was getting older too. Now we're trying to track down some of our old friends in the address books who we're calling people up randomly. Mm-hmm. So she did call up her friend Jeannie who lives in Long Island, and we found out that 2 people in the same year died, like my dad, like 2 other people she knew. So you're right. You start finding out who is not around anymore. Like, how you doing, stuff like that. It's kind of, you're right. It's sad when you start finding out who's not around.
Well, I'm getting very depressed lately because a lot of the people that I know are dying. Okay, lots and lots of people I know are dying. In fact,
don't feel bad, Alex. A lot of people you don't know are dying too.
Yeah, you know something. Now that you put a good spin on that, Lee. People I don't know. Yeah. Yes. I didn't stop to think about that. But anyway, so I'm getting very depressed about death looming. And the thing is that I've lived this long, and now I can look at it and say, boy, I don't have many years left. But the fact is that people die at much younger years. Look at Elijah Cummings today, 68 years old. Okay, yeah, right. Good 12 years younger than me.
That's a long time.
He only got full Social Security for 2 years, and then boom.
You're bad at
I'm going to collect early. As soon as I can collect that, I'm going to collect this. I'm not waiting. You never know.
What?
As soon as I can collect Social Security, I'm going to take my money, whether you know what? I don't even care. I'm not going to wait.
Yeah, take it now.
So you're going to lose a percentage of it.
Who
I don't remember what it was.
I took it early. I took it early, and I've come out ahead now. Let's say I didn't take it early, and let's say I died 5 years ago. The government would be ahead.
Yeah.
I don't think you'd have anything to worry about.
This is one of the
82 is the crossover point, I believe.
62?
82, I think, is the crossover.
Is that the crossover if you do it at 62?
62 versus 70.
62 versus 70?
With 70, you get what is it, 108% or 134%?
No, it's 30%, I think.
130
if you wait till you're 70.
8% per year, whatever that works out to be. Yeah.
I'm going to take it at 66.
Well, I was broke. I was broke at the time. It wasn't working.
Oh, yeah.
So
I take it.
So I took it. Yeah. And I'm doing fine. I get about $2,000 a month.
I actually think
and then I've got my $1,000 a month from after it. So
I was born in 54, so I have to wait till 66. But I'm still working, and if I took it at 62 or any time up to 66, based on the amount of money that I earn, I wouldn't see anything from the Social Security. Right. So there was no benefit in taking it.
What do you mean you wouldn't see anything?
Because every $2 you make over, I think it's $17,000.
Yeah, something like that.
You lose $1 in Social Security benefits. So at my current income, I would see nothing.
Well, also, let's say I was working and I was making $100,000 a year, my Social Security would keep going up.
Yes, right. Because you're 70.
Yeah. When you're 65 for your date of birth, you get the Social Security and there's no penalty.
Right.
I have to wait till 66, and others I think have to wait even longer, but. Depending on what year they were born.
Anyway, I'm happy. So I keep saying I contribute nothing financially to this family, and then I remember I bring in about $3,000 a month.
Well, what happened when you were working for Sirius? Your income would have. Oh, it was after you were 62. How long were you?
I was working at Sirius and getting Social Security. The same.
Yes,
thing.
But how old? How many years did you collect Social Security until you started getting a larger income?
A couple of years.
Just 2.
Yeah.
So at 64, you got hired by Sirius?
Yeah, it's 64. Yeah, I think it was 64.
So did they penalize you at all for taking the early Social Security and having a greater income than the amount? No. Well, maybe that's a new deal.
I didn't.
Just didn't know it.
Huh? No, I would have been told it by my business manager. Gary would have told me.
He was ripping you off anyway. You don't know.
Oh, okay. All right.
He was pocketing the difference anyway.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You have no idea how much money you had because he took it all.
Yeah.
Only, what, 5%?
What?
I remember when you first hired Gary, and I thought it was like 5% you were paying him to handle your stuff.
That's crazy.
I'm trying to remember how much I was. I don't pay him that anymore. He just does my taxes every year, and I pay him a nice chunk of money for that. So, you know, I mean, but he also produced a lot of my shows and took money from that. He made a lot of money out of me. You know, at one time, I was a good earner for the mob.
Yeah.
You know, so whatever.
You could have been on The Sopranos as a good earner.
I could have been in The Sopranos, yeah. So, Lee, where are you working? Anything? Doing any gigs?
I can show you the CD now. I finally got it back. Here it is right here.
Oh,
looks good.
Very nice. Very nice.
Ooh.
Now, if you send
Presson and nails.
If you send Alex a copy, maybe he can't play it because it's songs.
No, he can't play it.
Yeah.
You can talk about it though.
Yeah.
Yeah. However, is it available on iTunes?
Yes.
Oh, it is.
Yes. It will be on the 25th is the official release. However, I can hook you up before that, Alex, if you shoot me a line.
Are you having a release party?
Yes, on the 26th of this month, we will be on the USS Hornet in Alameda.
Really?
Yes.
So what kind of music is it? What kind of music do you play?
It's a swing. I got a 10-piece big band.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So on the USS Hornet, we're gonna have our big Halloween.
So tell us what some of the numbers are on that album, on that CD.
Okay. Well,
One,
let's see.
2, 3.
I got quite a few. Yeah. Grim Grinning Ghosts, the Haunted Mansion theme from Disneyland. We're doing that. We got.
I like that.
Let's see. Songs you know. We're doing Powerhouse. Raymond Scott.
Right, Raymond Scott. I love that. Yeah.
Duke Ellington, The Mooch. We're doing a Pennsylvania 65000. Of course, we changed it a little bit. We've got Istanbul on here, which is
Istanbul, not
politically incorrect in the
Constantinople.
past 4 days. I don't know what I'm going to do about that.
By the way, that was one of my. Let me tell you something. That was one of my favorite records when I was a kid, because my father, I don't know where I got it. Either my father had it, or my grandmother gave it to me, or whatever. But I had a copy of the original '78 of Istanbul. It's in Istanbul, not Constantinople. Istanbul.
That's the one.
That's when Constantinople became Istanbul. And then I had another song, another record called Constantinople, in which they spelled it out on the record. CONSTB, whatever. Have you ever heard that song? Constantinople, with a C and an O and an N and a whatever. Yeah.
I can't spell it unless I ask Siri.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Echo, spell Constantinople.
Constantinople is spelled CONSTANTINOPLE.
See?
All right.
See? And by the way,
Constantinople. CONSTANTINOPLE.
S.
And mine has, however, Echo has a picture of Constantinople. Oh, now I said Echo, and it's Echo.
Didn't work.
Spell shit.
I'd rather not answer that.
See, what happened? I'll tell you what happened. You remember your little thing about Jack off?
Yeah.
Well, last week Jack was off.
Yeah.
And so I put on my calendar Jack off.
Yeah.
Right?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
And now what happens
you're on the subway, and Siri reminded you, Jack off.
Well, no, what happens is...
Don't forget Jack off.
On my...
Hey, don't take a plane and say, hi,
forget.
Jack.
On my ECHO, it says what my appointments are, and that was on my calendar, and so it came up, and it was Jack asterisk F.
It just wasn't reminding you needed the jack off.
It wouldn't, you know. Well, hold on a second. Echo, is Jack off?
I don't know that.
No, okay. All right.
I'd like to hear your watch on the subway say, "Hey, Alex, it's time to jack off."
But no, all it says is
It's 11:41.
Oh, you got it fixed.
Yeah, I got it fixed. They fixed it. They did an upgrade on this. Okay.
Yeah.
Back off at 10 o'clock.
But I'm telling you, Apple is having all kinds of problems lately.
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yes,
Are you having troubles too?
The last update really sucks.
It's horrible.
Wait a minute. Do you have a Mac? Do you have a Mac, Scott?
People. What?
Do you have a Mac, Scott?
I have a Mac and an iPhone, and now when I'm doing my calendar, it's just like so confused and everything.
I've got one thing where I actually put a thing on for my appointment for my dentist today, which was at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and it said it was 11 o'clock. I don't know how that happened.
Was it a different time zone?
And I couldn't change it. Couldn't change it. Nothing.
It's eating up my iPad battery like a mother.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
And with Marjorie, she's getting these things that have been saying ever since the second update for the iPhone on her watch and on the iPhone that her Apple ID for her what do you call it? Earthlink account. Her okmills@earthlink.net needs a password. That's for her Mac ID. But her Mac ID isn't that. Her Mac ID is something else altogether.
She's got another Mac ID that she didn't realize she has.
No,
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I know you love Apple, and they're nice. And I tell you something, I'm not trying to push
this. I hate fucking Apple.
But I'm going to tell you something, Alex. You would like the new Microsoft operating system on the Surface. It's like face recognition. There's no passwords. You get right in.
I have Windows here on my machine.
My brother bought this. I'm loving it.
He's got a Surface, and he's.
The Surface is really nice. I'm gonna go over Shecky's soon. I'm gonna bring it over to show him. It's nice. I could even watch like my little movies, my Netflix. I love it, and it's so light. You just flip it down.
I can watch all that on my iPad.
I don't know. Maybe for your birthday, you get a Surface.
I don't want it. I got an iPad.
So how much does the Surface cost, Tony? How much does it run? You know.
Look, I think the one he got me is probably like $1,500 because he upped the memory to
$1,500. I have an iPad that only costs.
But you get one for under $1,000.
Well, I got my iPad for $100.
Yeah, it is expensive.
It was part of a deal.
I like it.
I got an iPad Pro, and I think it was a lot. It was almost as much as the Surface. Maybe it was $1,300.
Yeah, but you got an iPad Pro. It's huge.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Surface.
It's too big.
It's too big. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking of a Chromebook. That's what I'm thinking of. Those are cheap.
Yeah, those are cheap.
Never mind.
Yeah, the iPad Pro that I have, it's the 12-inch or something. It's too big. I wish it was a little
in the
small.
beginning, but it just got bigger. It just seemed like it got too big.
Yeah, and I carry it in my briefcase, but I'm always forgetting to charge it. So I've got this dead iPad Pro in the briefcase.
It's a friggin' brick.
It's like a boat anchor.
Yeah.
I've got some troubles here. What is my problem?
Oh, man, God. River. He just keeps rolling.
There we go. Okay, there we go. There's always something going wrong here, but I've got it. Okay, I hope everybody, everybody's still there.
Because I just seen trouble.
He's playing the thing. I remember that toy as a kid. Remember they used to hit those things?
Oh, you got one of those little kid xylophones there.
It's just one of my many toys that I play with here.
It's a.
He's the xylophone man.
It's.
You're putting on the Ritz.
No, that's Constantinople.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And now, of course, YouTube will say, "I'm sorry, that's a royalty thing."
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
This much.
But I don't think
not a couple of bars.
I don't think they would notice it because he's playing it. Okay.
Yeah, it's up to first thing the copyright bots do is they scan all previously known recorded material, and if they can't find any match, they go, "Oh, it's okay."
Yeah, exactly. But I've been fighting them every time they've hit me with one of those things. The other day they hit me with something because I played the video of
the Russian president,
the
or the
Russian-Ukrainian president playing the piano with his dick. And he really was.
Oh,
So
that,
he did it on some talent.
It looked like he was.
And I got a thing saying, "I'm sorry, but that material is being." And I said, "Hey, I wrote it. I put in a protest. I played it because it was, what
fair
it was,
use.
and that it was up for discussion and it's fair use." And within, I guess, less than a day, I got a thing back saying, "Congratulations, you can run it." Yeah,
that's usually the way it works.
But
I don't again because I missed it.
But I don't want
to. It's all automated, and then you say, "Hey, wait a minute," and then they have to go and look at it and go, "Oh yeah. Okay."
Well, I took it off my computer. I play it for you right now.
Scott. No, that's okay.
That happens to me all the time. I get hit with a copyright claim, and I have to write them back and go, "Hi, yeah, this is my band, and we paid to have this. This is what we do." And they go, "Oh, okay, fine. You can do it."
Now, do you pay to play that music?
Yeah, well, we pay the copyright fees like any other band.
So what do? You pay BMI or
Yeah, it's all part. It's all part of getting get everything ready, get all the graphics package ready, fill out all the paperwork. Make sure you have permission.
Do you have an agreement with BMI for all the packages, or do you he pick individual things?
It's a per song thing. Yeah, I got to set everything up beforehand, and they get 12 cents of every song sold.
Yeah.
Wow. And that goes to the writer.
It's up to 12 cents now, huh?
Yeah, it's up to 12 now.
Is that 12 cents per song on the album, of which there are maybe 12 songs?
Mm-hmm.
There are 12. How many songs are on the album?
I got 15 songs on this album.
And so each one of them get 12 cents? Or
each one of them get 12 cents.
Wow.
So
when you sell it or when you play it?
When you sell it.
So that means you have to sell the CD for how much?
More than 12 cents.
Well, that's
per
for
song.
damn sure. Per song.
12.
Wow, that's a lot.
15 songs.
12 times 15, I'm going to have to sell. I'm going to have to charge, maybe
$1.50,
$4 for these
$1.70.
things.
Yeah.
Because you see, I've got a problem with. I would love to get the rights to play music, but I don't have any. I don't have any. I don't make any money off this show. I don't have any commercials or whatever. I should be able to get some kind of a flat rate, like $500 a year or something, and play anything you want to, as long as there are no commercials on your podcast. But no, that's not the way it goes. If you go and look at the situation, it's so complicated that I would have to get a lawyer to figure it out.
Do you have to keep a log if you did that?
No, not necessarily. But I mean, it's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I haven't put out a CD in 20 years, and it's a lot more complicated now than it was last time I did this.
I'm gonna stop doing this. We're down to 20
was the
people.
Last one 78 RPM.
We're down to 20
was
people.
The last
watching
one 78
this.
RPM.
Yes. Well, it's a CD, so it's 500 RPM.
Well, that's because you need to play more music, Alex.
Yeah, right. They're down to 20 people.
what
Usually we've been getting
Alex?
35, 40. We've been really getting up there. And tonight it's like 20. What's happening out there? Anything I don't know about?
Well, the Yankees are losing, so you might have lost people with baseball. I don't know. I know Rob loves the Yankees. He's
There was a football game tonight, too.
He's probably upset too. They get wasted.
Is it just me, or is the YouTube feed not clear? It looks like it's all out of focus.
No, it's fine here.
Oh.
I'm looking at it.
Yeah, it's fine here.
Maybe it's because all the people are at the Trump rally.
Only in Texas.
Yeah, he's got another rally. Every night, a fucking rally, this guy.
Who's in Dallas?
He loves to hear
They
himself.
were lined up around the block for 3 days.
When does he have?
Running for president
My
is the only
question
thing he's
is.
good at.
My question is when does he have time to be president?
He doesn't. He doesn't do that.
He doesn't care about that shit.
He doesn't. Yeah, I mean, when does he? When is he going to do something about this? When is he going to be presidential?
He got us out of a long-term war.
He didn't get us out of anything.
He got us into
and our fighting men didn't get hurt.
They were only a handful over there anyway, and they weren't
26, I think.
26.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy, he really saved a lot of lives, didn't he?
Yeah. Can you imagine if they got killed during the assault? What would have happened? You know, they would have had to declare war.
Did I read today that Scott may know
and
this?
If they declared war on Turkey,
forget it. Don't give us one of your preachments. Scott,
cranberry sauce and stuffing.
Scott, did I hear this right today? That Trump ordered the bombing of our site in Syria?
Yeah, we had to bomb our own embassy to keep.
They were bombing the old U.S. bases.
Yeah.
Over there.
Even Republicans were complaining about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want the ISIS or the Russians or the Turkish
people want the Russians
get all their food.
We had to get out of there so fast that we left weapons behind. So of course we had to bomb them.
Well,
yeah, it makes sense.
All of this makes sense, Phil.
Yeah, makes
absolutely.
sense.
Well, this whole administration just makes sense completely.
When Obama pulled out of Iraq, he left all of those weapons, and they were picked up by the ISIS fighters, and blame
Obama for stuff.
That was George Bush.
Hey, Obama isn't fucking president anymore. This moron is. Okay.
Couldn't have been George Bush. He's white, right?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No. It was Obama that pulled back on the troops. Had a timetable, so he pulled back and he left all those weapons for the ISIS fighters to pick up.
Yeah.
They've picked up caches of money and things like that.
I think I'm thinking of the Bush #1 in Kuwait. He left all the stuff for the who took over then?
The Kuwaitis?
No, it wasn't the Kuwaitis.
It was Saddam Hussein and against the Kuwaitis then.
They left a lot of stuff and they took the guns away from the. I forget.
Oh no, they left the Red Brigade, not Red Brigade, whoever the fighting force was for Saddam Hussein. They let them keep their guns, but they fired them.
Yeah,
I remember
and so
that.
Then it became the enemy or the insurgent group or something here.
Yeah, they weren't happy.
No, but they had their guns.
But no bullets.
What are you playing? What are you playing?
What's that? Something of the
Rite of the Valkyries.
Yeah.
Just putting in some fitting music.
Apocalypse Now. Also, it is kill the rabbit, kill the wabbit, kill the wabbit. That was from a Warner Brothers cartoon.
Apocalypse Now was the first $5 movie I ever went to. You know, when movies got to be $5, I said, this is crazy. And I said, I'm not going to see Apocalypse Now because it's $5. And now look at them.
Yeah.
Well, you can get a matinee by me for $8.
Yeah. Well, I'm a senior now.
Let's hear what Lee is playing. Lee, keep playing.
I'm just making this stuff up here. There, it's legally dissimilar to what I'm trying to play.
It might increase the people viewing if you had a cat in the picture.
We have the lowest amount of people watching us that have watched us in years right now, and I have no idea why. You know. So the show's almost over anyway. Otherwise, I would just cut the video feed out and say "fuck you," you know. But then that wouldn't be
anybody on the YouTube.
That wouldn't be what?
Is there anybody on the YouTube commenting? I can't.
No, not really. No. I think the last one.
It's just us.
Yeah, but I mean, the video's out there. You know, it's running.
Hi.
So who knows? Who knows?
Fuck 'em.
Oh, now it's down to 17. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. What?
Let's try and get rid of everyone.
Let's try and get rid of everyone. Everyone stop watching us right now. Let me see if it starts going down.
I guess you can't tell it's blurry.
What? What's
the video feed?
What?
It's not blurry on Skype.
Yeah. No, I got a beautiful picture coming in on Skype here. But I've got 17 people, 2 of which are me, and 1 of which is Phil. Yeah. So that means that we got reality 15 people watching us right now.
14.
Yeah. I can watch that.
Yeah. Everybody, give him the finger. Everybody, give him the finger. Give him the finger. Yeah. Well, that's the one, Jeff.
I'll give you 2.
Yeah, what? Yeah.
Trump is number 1.
Number one. You can do it.
Yeah.
Water boy.
Yeah. So anyway, let me see here. Anything else that we? Come on, folks, stop watching. I want to see if I can get this down to just the people that are online right now.
You know, if you tell them to stop watching, they're going to start watching.
Please.
Oh, you gave them the moon.
I would, but I don't want to get Alex into YouTube trouble.
Oh, I don't think that would get me in YouTube trouble. Not your ass. No.
What? Not my ass?
No. Maybe if you were a buxom young woman, it would.
Oh. Okay.
But we're not. Let's see here. What time is it getting to be?
It's about time.
You've got 3 minutes left.
No, it's time for me to hit this.
Yeah.
Oh man, to hit this. There we go. The theme. That's the theme. Fuck all of you. Okay?
Join in, Lee. You can do the theme.
Maybe more. Now more are watching. I asked people to sign out, and more are starting to watch.
Well, they're waiting for Jack's show.
They're waiting for Jack's show, and there is no Jack show.
He's Jack off.
There is no Jack shit. Oh.
All right.
Anyway. Hey, listen. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to Phil Meyer. Thank you to Lee Presson. Buy his album. Well, he'll be back on, I'm sure.
On 25th.
Yeah, we'll be sure to be here before then just to plug it like crazy because all 18 people will go out and buy it.
People on the Hornet, don't you have to go on a tour or something to get on the
Scott
Hornet?
Boddicker, goodbye. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Kevin. We really appreciate it. And if all of you would give a big wave goodbye, I'll give a wave goodbye back. Okay? There they go, folks. Okay, that's it for tonight. That's all she wrote here on the program. I got to do a little change there. Let me see here. Let me get rid of our citizen panel, hang up on them. I don't have to make the lines ready for Jack because, well, there ain't no Jack tonight, folks, but we will run a rerun of Jack in a few moments if you stick around. Let me see here. I want to quit Skype, sign out. There we go. I don't want to sign out. No, that's not what I want. Oh, fuck. Oh, well. I can't do anything right anymore. Hold on a second. I'm going to sign back in. Sign in or create. Sign in. Gabnet Live. Live. And then I go, let's see here. There's the password. Okay. See, there are 2 things here. There's sign out, and there's, well, hold on a second. Wait till I get this to come up. No, I don't want to update the profile. Skip, and skip. See, it's like I'm starting up again. Find contacts easily? No. Okay. Anyway, I just want, okay, now we're up. See, then what I got to do is I got to go to Skype, and then I got to go to quit Skype. This is not very intuitive, folks. Anyway, hey, that's it. That's all she wrote. We'll have more of this again tomorrow, I think. Same time, same station in life. Thank God Jack isn't next for all the time I took there at the end. We'll see you again tomorrow night. Same time, same station in life. In the meantime, if you see her, tell her I love her, okay? Bye-bye.